Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts right now.
And many in the disability community are celebrating two court rulings, striking down a statewide ban on mask mandates in cities and schools. San Antonio and Bexar County winning at the state level.
Other states have gotten temporary restraining orders against the ban, but the attorney for Disability Rights Texas says a federal appeals court granted his plaintiffs the first permanent injunction in the entire nation. And one of those plaintiffs, a little girl in the San Antonio Independent School District.
Our Jesse Degollado says that girl's mother elated last night when she read the judge's decision.
My heart just stops and I'm like, thank you, Jesus.
Julia Longoria's third grader was among the plaintiffs who took on the banning of school mask mandates and won. A federal appeals court judge ruled Governor Greg Abbott's executive order had violated the Americans with Disabilities Act. Having a science-minded child with asthma, like her little brother and sister, Juliana's mother says her daughter knew masks could help protect all of them against COVID-19.
I mean, if an 8-year-old could understand that, she didn't understand why it wasn't something that was being supported by the state.
Not only was Juliana overjoyed by the ruling, her mother says she saw the likely appeal as an opportunity.
But that buys us more time, right? I said, yes. And she goes, that means more kids have time to get vaccinated. And I said, yes, it does.
The mother says her little girl also understands the ruling will benefit children at schools throughout the state. In fact, Longoria says Juliana is proud to have been part of the lawsuit.
Because of that, because she knows the impact that it has and that it helps other children.
Since Juliana has ADHD, her mom says the virtual learning she did her entire second grade triggered anxiety attacks. Not anymore.
Oh, she's such a different child. She loves school. She loves learning.
Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
New at 6, cannabis products on the rise, and the options are endless. Popular strains like Delta 8, especially common among veterans with PTSD. It's a more accessible and economical option for relief compared to pharmaceutical medications. But it's in the middle of a legal tug of war. State health officials say the levels are too high, which led to a ban on sales. Then a judge in Travis County disagreed, clearing the way for sales to resume once again. Alicia Barrera spoke to two veterans who say Delta 8 saved their lives.
On one side of the aisle, cannabis users are happy with the recent expansion of the state's compassionate use program that gives more Texans access to medical marijuana. However, the THC cap of 0.1%, which is the oil that gives users a high, isn't high enough for some struggling with PTSD.
There are a lot of patients that have neurological diseases that need the THC to be higher in order for the endocannabinoid system to actually find relief.
Army veteran Viridiana Edwards was granted medical retirement after her deployment to Afghanistan.
I received a lot of medications, and in the end, the medications ended up harming me a lot more than they did in helping me with my injuries.
Owner of CBD Czar and a combat Army veteran, Assad Shalami, says the process to get the medical marijuana in Texas is complicated, expensive, and limited.
State only gives, a few number of licenses for folks to be able to sell medical marijuana.
Which is why he, along with other vets with PTSD, are fighting with the state to keep Delta 8 legal.
Delta 8 has been shown to help with all types of issues: PTSD, pain, sleep, anxiety, and so on. Now there's an injunction against the state. The hemp industry won. For now, we are fine putting it back on the shelf.
Shalami, along with other veterans, say that Delta 8, as well as other strands of cannabis, can help prevent suicide of veterans, as right now 22 veterans a day take their life. Meanwhile, experts say that there's a long road ahead in Texas to determine how Delta 8 will be classified in the state. Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
A man arrested in far west Bexar County today accused of kidnapping his 3-year-old daughter. Police in Austin issued an Amber Alert for the little girl this morning. She was found unharmed with her father. He was taken to jail and on the way was furious to see our KSAT News team.
Do you have anything to say, Mr. Burns?
Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar said Brian Byrne is also accused of a family violence assault in addition to kidnapping. The sheriff says his department's organized crime intelligence unit worked with Austin police and the Marshal Service out of Austin to find Byrne and his daughter using technology and what he called good old-fashioned police work. They ultimately found the pair at a gas station at Petrenko and Talley today. A cashier at that convenience store said they were eating in a restaurant next door when law enforcement caught up with Byrne.
And then that's when I heard all the shouting. I went over and they were already handcuffing him, putting his hands around his back and everything. He was shouting at them because they had the tasers up. He was like, go ahead, tase me, tase me.
Sheriff Salazar said he did not know if Byrne had any connection to the area or if he was just passing through.
San Antonio police searching for a suspect in connection with the shooting late last night. The officers called to the 400 block of Morning View Drive a little before 10:30. That's near MLK and Pecan Valley Drive on the southeast side. Now, according to police, two men had gotten into an argument at a home there. They say the 29-year-old left. A little later, the suspect drove by the man on the street and opened fire, hitting him. The wounded man was taken to Brooke Army Medical Center in unknown condition. No sign of the suspect. What caused an explosion at an apartment building? That's what San Antonio fire investigators are trying to answer after that blast took out a wall in one apartment and sent a man who lived there to the hospital this morning. Katrina Weber spoke with the neighbor in the 1700 block of West Mayfield, that's on the southwest side, who went running for safety and now can't go back home.
It takes more than a glance to comprehend what you're seeing. An apartment building in the 1700 block of West Mayfield with a huge hole where there used to be a wall. The apartment itself used to be home for a man until it exploded around 11 last night.
It started smelling like sour, like gas, and I moved to the living room. Not even 5 minutes later, I lay down and I ended up in the other side of the wall.
Laura Barrientos was in her own apartment when she was knocked clear across the room. She says she actually heard two explosions coming from next door. She found her neighbor outside, seemingly in shock and with burns.
I didn't know what to do because I could see his skin boiling and everything, and he wasn't even yelling or nothing.
When San Antonio firefighters got there, they say there was very little fire, a sign this probably involved gas. They say the man told them he lit a cigarette while cooking, then saw blue flames before everything around him exploded. Hours later, we saw CPS Energy crews still there, making some sort of repairs. This explosion sent debris flying everywhere, and to understand the power that it was packing, look at this piece of wood. It's buried in the ground. I can't budge it. The man who was burned was rushed to a hospital. Barrientos and others had rushed outside, taking whatever they could with them.
Thank God that we're good. We're alive.
Still, they don't know what the future holds. They say they were told that because of what happened, their homes are no longer safe. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
As we honor this Veterans Day, one local veteran shares her story of resilience after having to overcome some incredible hardships. She's now a stay-at-home mom set to achieve a goal that she grew up thinking was impossible, graduating with honors this fall. She tells our Japhety Gray that she hopes the struggles that she endured can inspire others to push through their pain.
This is 34-year-old Army veteran Elizabeth Carter, a mother of three and a full-time student at University of Incarnate Word. What you don't see is the genetic disorder called CRIT1 gene, which causes hundreds of blood clots to form on her brain. She also has 22 syndrome, which causes speech and learning delays. But this is just one of many obstacles she's had to overcome. Carter was adopted at age 2. She says her life was filled with mental and physical abuse.
I lived my childhood in fear of just being punished for everything.
Carter says she was pulled out of school when she was in the 7th grade, but was determined to get an education. Before turning 18, she set out to get her GED, even though her adoptive mother doubted her.
You're not going to amount to anything.
She passed on the first try, then joined the Army where she met her husband. After 3.5 years, she retired to become a full-time mom. But then
they're like, your face is dropping a little bit.
At 32, Carter suffered a stroke so severe.
It blocked off my speech. It blocked off my vision.
But once again, she fought through. She relearned how to walk, talk, and live a normal life, all the while taking classes at UIW to become a mental health counselor.
I want to be able to talk to kids. I want to be able to look at them and have a conversation. And when they tell me that they're okay, I want to know if they're really okay.
She's set to graduate with honors in psychology in December. Despite everything she's been through, she hopes her story inspires others.
I might not be who I am now.
Japhanie Gray, KSAT 12 News.
What an inspiration.
We have some amazing veterans in this community.
Absolutely. All right, the temperature's falling off rather quickly.
Yeah,
weren't we just at 77?
Yes, we were.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
That cold front swept away the humidity, cleared the sky out as well, and gave us what is now becoming a calm wind. So radiational cooling doing its job. And this is a time of year where we have some longer nights as well. So get ready to have jacket weather in the next several mornings. 67 already right now. We're down 10 degrees from our high temperature. Dew point of 42, so that drier air is in place. And widespread, we've got 60s and still 70s in a few spots. Seguin 70 degrees, 71 Pleasanton, 72 meanwhile in Castroville, and Bernie 63, Bulverde 66. This evening, pretty quiet, just clear sky, calm wind, and definitely cooler tonight than the previous few nights. We'll get into the details of how cold and where and talk about the overall storm track and what it means for our rain chances coming up.
Yeah, good evening. We had a super busy day, and you're about to see more of that tonight on the Night Beat. Street racing is one of the things we're discussing. It's a problem nationwide, including right here in San Antonio. And tonight, police are hoping that a new collaboration is going to bring racers to that track instead of our streets. We'll explain more tonight. Also, a case of mistaken identity. Tonight, the search for a man who shot another man twice and why neighbors say the victim may not have been the intended target. We'll have those stories and so much more when we see you tonight on the Night Beat.
Well, electric vehicles are quickly becoming more popular in Texas and across the country. The new federal infrastructure bill includes billions of dollars to help boost their usage.
Our Samuel King joins us now. Now, Sam, this includes both cars and buses here.
Yeah, a lot of money for electric vehicles, Stephen Meyer. Environmental groups are applauding the investment in electric vehicle charging stations and new electric vehicle purchases, saying it will lead to less dangerous emissions and better health.
So I think there's the interest is there, the prices are coming down, the offerings are growing.
Luke Metzger is the executive director of the group Environment Texas. He says while the state already has the 5th largest network of vehicle charging stations in the country, the $400 million federal investment will help fill gaps and potentially get skeptical buyers off the fence.
Of course, most charging happens at home, but it's nice to know that if you're out and about, that you'll be able to get that extra bit of electricity to power your car if you need it.
A number of transit agencies, including VIA, have already purchased electric vehicles, and the infrastructure bill includes money for school districts to convert their fleets from diesel to electric. Only one Texas school district has electric school buses right now, but Metzger says at least 13 others are interested.
Even though electric school buses are cheaper to operate over and have cheaper fuel than diesel buses, they do have a higher upfront cost. And so this federal grant funding will really help a lot of school districts address that upfront cost.
The investments promise to accelerate a clean energy transition that's already underway.
And so we know that if we're going to avoid the worst impacts of global warming, we need to cut those emissions from transportation dramatically. And electric vehicles are a key part of that solution.
And there could be even more money available for electric vehicles. Texas is eligible to apply for as part of $2.5 billion in grants. We won't get all of that money, but we could get some of that money over the next 5 years. As for the evening commute, things looking a little better here at I-10 and UTSA Boulevard. If you're with us at 5, you know there's a vehicle fire here, but that has cleared. But we're still seeing some delays there on the northwest side. So let's take a look at those travel times. 31 minutes if you're heading westbound from downtown San Antonio to the Bernie area, 29 minutes the other way. Still some delays inside 1604, 15 minutes westbound, and 18 minutes inbound or eastbound on I-10 this evening. Also still seeing some delays on I-35, although that is improving. So let's take a look at those travel times now. All down to 21 minutes. Just a little bit ago, that was in half an hour. So that's quickly getting better. And then 11 minutes heading northbound. And in between the southwest side and downtown, things looking normal, 11 minutes each direction. Things looking a little bit better than they did yesterday when we had all those crashes and stalled traffic, guys.
Thank you, Samuel. Let's go to Sky 12 right now over Bob Benson Stadium, right across the street from the KSAT 12 studios. Central Catholic, looks like they've got a soccer game going on there, maybe? Maybe some soccer practice going on for the Buttons next door.
Yeah, the football field not in use right now. We know we got more of that coming up, though, later with Greg. But let's first talk weather, because what a beautiful night to be out. Adam, today was fantastic out there.
Yeah, sure was beautiful. Another great day. We actually had that weak cold front move through early this morning. We couldn't squeeze any rain out of it around here, but it is going to impact our temperatures. And already this evening, we're feeling that temperature drop again. It feels like fall again. We got rid of the humidity and more fall-like temperatures are back into place. And have a jacket handy the next several mornings. Tomorrow morning will be around 47 degrees. Saturday even cooler in the low to mid 40s. Sunday still in the 40s, but next week we see those morning temperatures rebound. We'll get into the details of how cool and where tonight in just a minute. Let's talk about the day today, though. You mentioned beautiful days. 63 this morning, 77 the high temperature. Those numbers still above average as it's our transition day, but we're going to knock off several degrees here as we go through the next several days, especially in those mornings, as I showed you. That's the primary impact here, cooler nights and mornings. Right now, sitting pretty at 67, dew point of 42, and that wind is now out of the northeast. So it had been out of the south. Now it's northerly, the dry direction of the wind. Del Rio still at 80. Meanwhile, 70 Pleasanton, 66 Gonzales, New Braunfels at 64. Here's the big picture, and this is what counts for the next push of cooler air that's headed our way. Another weak boundary off to the north of us. We've got 50s ahead of this cold front. Meanwhile, some 40s and 30s behind it. Now, that air mass is going to head our way. Of course, it's going to modify a little bit as it moves its way toward us and into town, but it is going to give us a little reinforcing shot of cooler air, and that's going to hit us Friday evening. And in turn, Saturday morning, our low point in terms of temperatures. I mentioned before, low to mid 40s for reading Saturday morning. But I think in the hill country Saturday morning, we could see some mid to upper 30s. And this is all part of a big wound up storm system that's far to the north of us. It's cold front, though, moved through here early this morning. Now it's far to the east, moving toward the eastern seaboard. Then that secondary, the weak cold front push of cool air on the backside of it. Snow shown by the blue color here, far to the north. And one thing I want to point out here is this and also previous storm systems have stayed well to our north. And here's the future. That one goes north. Another one drops in Sunday, Monday, stays to the north of us. And even as we get into next week, another one stays far to the north of us. So bottom line here, the main storm track in the atmosphere at these big systems is way far to the north of us. So no rain in the forecast anytime soon. We could use it. About 1/3 of Texas is in drought, but it's looking like a pretty dry stretch on the horizon. So this evening, clear sky, calm wind, dry air will be already in the upper 50s by 10 o'clock, and early tomorrow morning we'll start the day in the 40s. Near 40 degrees in the hill country, so Kerrville, Fredericksburg 41, Canyon Lake about 44, Carrizo Springs 48. You look closer here, Helotes 46, Seguin 43, along with Mico, Lake Hills area, and Bernie 41. So definitely a lot cooler tomorrow morning than the past couple of mornings. So have the jackets ready for the kids at the bus stop. By the afternoon, no jacket necessary. Nothing but sunshine, low humidity, comfortable temperatures, and really not much of a breeze out there tomorrow. It's just going to be light and variable throughout the day. For Friday night football, a light northerly breeze at about 5 to 10 after sunset. That's about it. Otherwise, wall-to-wall sunshine all day tomorrow. I mentioned Saturday's the coolest. Low to mid 40s in the morning, upper 60s by the afternoon. We get back to 80 degrees early next week.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
All right. This guy's name may be young, but he is no rookie, Larry.
No, he's the only player on the Spurs roster that's 30 years of age or more. Thaddeus Young is 33, so it's kind of strange to see a Spurs roster with only one 30-year-old on it. But Thaddeus Young was brought in for a reason, and he showed those reasons last night in the Spurs' dominating victory against the Kings. And in high school football, Somerset and Fredericksburg will face off in the first round coming up. The Spurs rolled past the Kings 136-117 last night. 7 Spurs scored double digits, including 33-year-old power forward Thaddeus Young. He had his best game of the season with 17 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds in 24 minutes. He went 7 for 10 from the floor. Now, Coach Pop said he likes Young's leadership and his decision-making has been outstanding.
This is not my first rodeo. I've been in these situations before. I understand, what needs to happen as far as the, guys growing as a team, and I understand what I need to bring to the table each and every night, which is, all the intangibles to the game, which is the hustle plays, the extra possessions, the, kind of being that calm force between everybody, when we're kind of playing in a frantic throughout the course of a game. So, just those things and understanding how to play.
I think the one he hit. Up next for the Spurs, the Dallas Mavericks, who lost at the Bulls last night, 117-107. Dallas is 2-0 against the Spurs this season. So San Antonio will host Dallas tomorrow night, 7:30 at the AT&T Center. Our big game coverage road trip Friday night will kick off with the Fredericksburg Battling Billies facing the Somerset Bulldogs in the first round of the high school football playoffs at Rutledge Stadium in Converse, a Class 4A Division I by-district matchup. The last time the Billies advanced out of the first round was in 2013 when they beat Somerset 38-27 in the by-district round.
I know that they're a quality program year in, year out, and we played them back in 2013, and Coach Moffitt and them were there, and they got us that time, and so they're always good, always a quality team, well coached, and they'll be solid, and it will definitely be a challenge for us.
It looks similar to what it did when we played them before. It looks similar to what it was when Sonny was the head coach and Coy was the OC before. So yeah, I mean, it's not, we didn't go back to the 13 film to match it up or anything, but we definitely, it looked familiar to us for sure.
Here's the BGC playoff road trip, Fredericksburg and Somerset and Converse. Then we'll head into Braunfels Canyon for Blanco and Jernton before ending the night in Seguin with Lavernia and Austin Johnson. Highlights tomorrow night on the Night Beat.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
Receiver Josh Reynolds is now a member of the Detroit Lions. The NFC North club claimed him off waivers after the Tennessee Titans released him. It's being reported that the Rams, his first NFL team, tried to claim him, but the Lions were first on the wire and called dibs. Josh is being reunited with Lions QB Jared Goff, his ball thrower with the Rams. In the second round of the TAP 6A volleyball playoffs, Antonia knocked off Katy St. John Tuesday at home. The win marked the Apaches' 13th straight victory dating back to September 28th. Kalina Calvillo and Mackenzie Tijarina finished with 10 kills each, while Olivia Arredondo dished out 43 total assists. Now, Antonian advances to the third round, where they were eliminated last season, and they hope for a better result this time around.
I mean, it just taught us to play out every ball, to play hard, to play as a team. We lost last year in the third round, so going into the third round, we have to remember just to keep playing. I feel like we were definitely closer as a family. Last year it was hard because of COVID, so this year we really got to bond and become closer.
The Apaches will face Concordia Lutheran in the third round this Saturday in Flatonia.
Exciting.
Absolutely.
So you're on the road trip tomorrow.
I am.
All right. New Braunfels, Converse, Seguin. Much closer than you usually get to go.
Yeah. I know. Greg must like me this week.
Yeah. You were nice to
put
him.
in some miles.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry. We'll be right back. Every Thursday, we are joined by Dr. Ruth Berggren, infectious disease specialist with the Long School of Medicine at UT Health San Antonio. Doctor, thanks for being here with us today. Of course, when it comes to COVID, We're always talking to you about that. The biggest question a lot of people have has to do with kids getting the vaccine now. Now we know that kids 5 to 11 can get the vaccine. They are receiving the vaccine by the thousands so far in our community. So have there been any concerns with kids getting the shot up to this point? Anything you're hearing that you want parents to know about?
Not so far, Myra and Steve. It looks really safe. The Pfizer vaccine trial for kids 5 to 11 showed no cases of the heart muscle inflammation we call myocarditis. And this is a much lower dose being given to children than we give to adults. It's 1/3 of the adult dose. And we are monitoring very carefully. There's a vaccine adverse event reporting system that anybody can report to, and this is being monitored. And if we start to see any kind of a safety signal that's of concern, that will be shared with the public. This we know, and everyone will recall that it after a couple of months, and I'm not even sure it was full 2 months, of the Johnson & Johnson, we had a pause when we needed to pause, and that was taken out of an abundance of caution. We will always take an abundance of caution. We will always monitor the safety data and share that with the public.
What kind of side effects should parents be aware of before they take their kid in to get this vaccine?
Well, nobody likes a needle, so I mean, it is a needle. Can't avoid that. And some soreness in the arm. That's pretty universal. And then kids tend to get a mild muscle aches, mild headache, and mild fatigue. And it's rare that children will have a fever. It's really a vanishingly low number. And people, I think, tend to fixate on that, and they shouldn't, because your odds are greater than 90% that your child will not have a fever in response to the COVID vaccine.
What about the timing here? Of course, all of this is happening right up against Thanksgiving, Christmas right around the corner. So what is the timeline for when parents should get their kids vaccinated if they want them to be fully immunized by Christmas?
The answer is as soon as possible. But if you want to have a Christmas present for your family, which is a fully vaccinated and protected child, and that Christmas is December 25th. So working backwards, you want to get vaccinated by November 20th for your first shot. That means your second shot would be December 11th. 11 plus 14 is 25. So if you are vaccinated on December 11th, you'll be fully protected on Christmas Day, which is a wonderful Christmas present for your grandparents.
We've got some viewer questions when we're talking about the holidays, and a lot of them have to do with the home COVID tests, the tests that you can buy off the shelf that you see in the grocery store, you see in the pharmacy. How accurate are those, and how much faith should you put in these tests being accurate?
Right. So those are helpful. I really do believe they are a harm reduction tool for us. And if you have a positive test, you may believe it, and you don't need to go and get a confirmation. And if that positive test from the home test keeps you from getting on a bus or plane or train or going to visit a loved one in the hospital, then that is a really, really good thing. The typical one that is used most commonly, not the only test, but the one that's used most commonly actually recommends for maximum accuracy that you do 2 tests about 36 hours apart. So that's good to know. I would just caution people that if you feel sick and you have a negative test on that home test, you might want to go and get a more accurate test at one of our multiple testing sites. If the test is positive, though, you really can believe it.
We've also received some viewer questions from parents who have said, okay, we know that the Pfizer dose for kids 5 to 11 is that micro dose, smaller dose than what adults are getting, but their kids are, let's say, bigger, taller, larger than the average 10-year-old. They're concerned, well, should my kid get a stronger dose to be fully protected? What would you say to those folks?
Well, you know, the study showed robust antibody responses in children, even maybe slightly more robust than for adults. And so we need to believe the dose-finding study. And it's a 10 microgram dose for children 5 to 11-year-olds. That is 1/3 of the recommended adult dose, which is 30 micrograms.
Obviously, University Health and putting out some of these clinics at Wonderland of the Americas. Are you getting a feeling for what the turnout's been so far? Are you encouraged by the numbers that you're seeing at both the Metro Health and at Wonderland of Americas so far with these kids getting vaccinated?
Well, I'd say so far so good. It's not been an overwhelming crowd, but I do believe that we are getting uptake. And I would like to mention to the viewers where people can take their children right now. I'm going to mention 4 sites, if I may. Metro Health is at the Alamo Dome Wednesday through Friday, 12 to 8 p.m. UT Health, my place of work, is vaccinating at 8300 Floyd Curl Drive every Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. And you can schedule that by going to schedule.utmedicinesa.com. Children's Hospital of San Antonio, which is at christushealth.org, 333 North Santa Rosa. They're vaccinating Monday through Friday, 7 to 4. And then finally, University Health System, of course, our hospital system, is vaccinating at the Wonderland Mall of the Americas Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. So we have a lot of options and a lot of sites. I do encourage people to get in there and get vaccinated by November 20th if they possibly can.
And so much of that information online as well. Dr. Ruth Bergman, always good to see you. Thanks for being here.
We'll be right back.
We've got some breaking news we're following out of Northwest San Antonio. Sky 12 over the scene here. This is Braesview and Northwest Military, an intersection there. We're getting reports of a vehicle possibly hitting a pedestrian or a cyclist. We're working to find out, but you can see there was a lot of first responders there on the scene.
Yeah, and you can see a pickup truck there. Again, we don't know if it was a motorcycle or a pedestrian. I'm guessing this is causing some sort of traffic backup out there, Sam.
Yeah, we can take a closer look at that. I was just updating that just a second ago, so you can see the delays. Let me step off here, folks, just to give you what we're seeing with the sort of traffic miles per hour there. Yep, 16 miles per hour as opposed to 27 somewhere else. So you can definitely see that is causing a delay there. Northwest Military also have some delays there at Northwest Military in 1604 still. Also want to tell you about this evening. This is a road closure, 8:30 tonight. This is far east side, far East Bexar County near the county line, I-10 at FM 2538. That kicks off at 8:30. They're doing some bridge work out there. You can use the frontage roads if you are out in that area. Taking a look at 35, we looked at this earlier. Looks a lot better than it did. 13 minutes, 11 minutes in each direction there, and 11 minutes downtown. This is I-10 at UTSA Boulevard. That looks fine as well. But again, Northwest Military, a couple of issues. One at 1604 and then at Braesview, which you saw with that major crash there, guys.
All right, thanks, Samuel. We're going to try to get some more information, some more details about that and keep you updated here and online.
Yeah, meanwhile, outside, the temperatures continue to drop rapidly, and sometimes I do listen to my friend Adam Caskey, and I know it's because of the lack of humidity.
There we go. The dry air cools off more efficiently. That's right. And it warms up more efficiently with sunshine. But let's talk about our temperatures tonight. Right now we're at 67. Before you know it, midnight we'll be down in the mid-50s, so long sleeves out there later tonight. Big efficient temperature drop and some cooler mornings. Have your jackets ready. I'll talk more about that coming right up.
All right, it is getting cool quick out there this evening. And Steve passed the test. He knows that's because of?
I forgot. No, low humidity. I know.
Give back his gold star.
It's, the clear sky, calm wind, dry air. Good radiational cooling. So all the warmth built up from the sun, the heats up the ground, that all radiates up at night, and our temperatures fall off. It radiates out. So grab your jackets tonight and the next several nights and mornings. You'll need it at the bus stop. Cooler nights and mornings ahead, but our weather pattern remains dry. And we'll take a look at the newest Drought Monitor in a little bit. But first, I want to get to temperatures and exactly what they'll be doing tonight and into tomorrow morning. Already down into the lower 60s, particularly in the hill country. Bernie Stage Airfield at 59. Meanwhile, Canyon Lake 66, Rio Medina 65, Converse 67, and Port SA at 68. Del Rio's still hanging on to 80 degrees. That may be a few minutes out of date because even minutes in this kind of weather will make a difference. 70 Carrizo Springs, 67 in Hondo. And tomorrow morning, this is what we're expecting. Near 50 along the Rio Grande, but you get into the hill country closer to 40 degrees. Mid 40s in and around Bexar County and surrounding communities. So Timberwood Park 43, Lavernia 47, Helotes 46 tomorrow morning. At the bus stop in Leon Springs 43, Bernie 41. So you'll notice that chill in the air, feeling like fall again. Saturday is going to be our lowest point temperature wise, though. Low to mid 40s Saturday morning. So early risers on Saturday. Some of you like to take those long, extra long runs or bike rides. You'll notice that chill around sunrise. And in the hill country, I think we'll see some readings down in the mid to upper 30s on Saturday morning. But then we rebound thereafter. And by next week, we do it all over again with a little resurgence of humidity and, of course, mornings back up to 60 degrees. So temperatures up and down a bit, but mainly just in the morning hours. Those are the big fluctuations. Our humidity is down. Dew points are down. Lower 40s, even some upper 30s out there. And we're not going to notice any humidity until we get to about Tuesday. By Tuesday, that moisture is back into place and it's going to be a little noticeable out there. But a return of the humidity. Notice how these dew points rise Monday, then on into Tuesday. That resurgence of humidity is going to lead to some morning fog by Monday morning. We'll get into that pattern of some low clouds and fog in the morning hours starting next week again. Until then, nothing but clear skies tonight, tomorrow, all the way through the weekend. Here's the cold front that moved through our neck of the woods earlier this morning. Part of a big wound-up system stretching all the way up to the Canadian border with rain. All the moisture's far to the north, right along that Canadian border and in the northern U.S. Our latest drought monitor shows nearly a third of the state in drought. And for our area, it's all south and southwest of San Antonio, especially even parts of Valverde County considered in drought right now. But Pearsall to La Pryor to Carrizo Springs, Cotulla, Fowlerton, Tilden, that's where we need the moisture, but that storm track is going to stay too far to the north for the foreseeable future. So get used to blue skies. Unfortunately, we're not going to squeeze any showers out of our atmosphere. 40s in the morning tomorrow, mid 70s all around by the afternoon. A little bit cooler Saturday in the upper 60s, but then we rebound back to near 80 degrees next week.
Not done with the 80s yet. Thanks, Adam.
In case you missed it. Oh, wait. Oh, wow.
Look at us.
Party foul. Party foul.
Oh,
we almost jumped the thermometer Thursday gun.
Oh my
How
gosh.
dare we?
Where were your minds today?
Is this the first time that has happened, that we've both done that?
I even put the thermometer out here for the winner. Okay, I have to get to this because I have to tell you I had a oops, whoa, cool moment recently. The first time it's ever happened. So these are the ornaments I've been working on. They're 4-inch thermometers, so they're smaller. And I was trying to be really efficient after I blew the glass, filled them with alcohol, then I have to seal the open end in the flame just by heating it up and melting it. I got distracted, shocking, and accidentally touched them together and they melted together.
Oh,
and you can't just peel them apart, okay? It's like taking chewed up bubble gum and sticking it together. You're not just gonna pull it apart easily. So I thought, oh boy, let's put it back in the flame. Twisted it, had a little fun with it, went from the whoa, the oops to whoa, cool. This is awesome. I separated them apart, and now these are the most unique tops of the thermometers I've ever had and I've ever made. And I think I'm onto something new here, just to make some new designs and something cool. And it even has the secondary bulb up there on the top. Okay, let's get to our winner really quickly. That was my oh no, yo yeah moment that I just had. I love it. All right, a thermometer winner out of San Antonio today, Atlee Parr. The Atlee Parr I just got an email back from. You can go to ksat.com/thermometer to enter that drawing.
In case anybody wondered whether the Weather Center was a laboratory, I think we've answered that. There's lots of experiments that happen that way.
A lot of safety goggles to go around.
Whoa, cool. We'll be right back.
Whoa, awesome.
Morning, everybody. It is Thursday. That would be November 11th.
Now, Katrina, you mentioned earlier that this has affected everyone in that building.
They told me they're waiting for help from the American Red Cross. They were told by CPS Energy crews who were here up until just a few minutes ago that it's not safe for them inside that building because of what was an explosion possibly related to gas.
Is there anything you want to say, sir?
Brian, and I'm an innocent man. That's all you need to know.
Byrne cursed heavily at us as deputies brought him into the jail this afternoon. Sheriff Javier Salazar says his organized crime intelligence unit coordinated with Austin Police and the Marshal Service out of Austin to find Byrne and his 3-year-old daughter, Mackenzie.
A doorway argument ends up with one man in the hospital after police say the shooter was allegedly asking for another man who apparently wasn't there. This happened in the 100 block of St. Christopher Walk. Police say the two men got into an argument. One of the men pulled out a gun, shooting the other in his back and arm. Police say a Good Samaritan actually got involved and chased after the suspect, even managed to get the gun, but the suspect got away.
We're standing right now in the fitness center, and earlier I was told that this is also to treat wounded warriors as well. So a lot of these machines are made specifically to treat these veterans that have maybe had an injury in combat.
Absolutely. This Queen X machine that you see next to me over here is bolted to the floor. It's a piece of this building, and it's meant for folks with disabilities. You can wheel up in a wheelchair and do a complete workout right here on this adaptable equipment. Wellness is part of the whole idea of whole health that we have for our veterans and their family members.
Welcome back. Watching a couple of areas with some slowdowns. This is 1604 on the north side of Military Highway. Traffic down to 12 miles per hour. Sky 12 was over this crash earlier at Northwest Military at Braesview, so watch out for that if you're also in that area. Taking a look at 35, some more issues this evening. 45 minutes now coming out of New Braunfels to Loop 410. Slowdowns, especially once you get to Evans Road. And this, one more thing. There it is. Look for TransGuide. We had a crash there, but that is cleared up, guys.
All right. Thank you, Samuel. And thank you for watching.
See you on the Night Beat at 10. I'm just jumping people all over this.